Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to Union Cross. We're going to talk about the new Xigbar medal that came out as a 5 mercy pull and why they did that. And also these booster boards for the entire month. Pay to win is back. It never left, guys. Let's talk about everything, starting off with the Xigbar. I'm going to apologize now. There's going to be a couple cuts that come in and out. I am a little bit sick, so my voice is kind of out of it. So I'm really trying to project my voice so I don't cut out. But we're going to go through this as good as I can. So starting off, Xigbar. Xigbar is pretty much a 5 mercy pull because he's a reverse speed. I'm explaining that a little bit more, but let me talk about the medal altogether and what he does and how good he is, because he is really good. It's just that they don't show love to reverse speed medals. So Xigbar, for 1 turn, he's a single target. He deals 6 hits. He ignores the enemy's attributes. Back then, if you guys started playing when I was playing and the old organization events that gave us Xigbar B, you guys will recognize this effect right away. There has been a Xigbar that did this and he was phenomenal. He was for free-to-play players, everybody got him, and it was good. Because ignoring target's attribute, what that means is that any enemy you face, speed, magic, or power, he will always do super effective damage. So he is really, really good when it comes to that. Well, it looks like super effective. The numbers are yellow. So for 2 turns, he's going to raise your reverse and your speed strength by 5 and your special attack by 170%. And for enemies defense down, reverse and speed down by 5. So the buffs and debuffs aren't anything to write home about. Very basic. It's when the supernova kicks in is when it's really good. So supernova is a target all, so every enemy is going to get hit. He raises your reverse strength by 5. Okay, that's nothing. But he raises your strength, your general strength up by 15. You get the special attack bonus of 250% and then targets general defense down by 15. This is actually really, really good because there's many times in PvP, in quests that enemies lower your attack, that you have to restart it halfway through a Keyblade. Now imagine going through halfway through a Keyblade, popping Xigbar's Supernova and then another metal Supernova just for the attributes, and you're back to your normal buffs and debuffs. Even PvP, people try to do the triple threat strategy on you and you skip your Kairi or your Shion. He'll come back up with that supernova activation. Obviously, a supernova activation is going to miss a couple of things if they remove everything, but at least you get your general strength and your general defense down on the enemy back on there, because that's what's most important, and then everything else really boosts the damage. But you want those 2 attributes, or not attributes, you want those 2 buffs and debuffs to come in. So his supernova makes this medal. Not only do they ignore the enemy's attributes, but having that supernova for general strength up and defense down is really, really good and will come in handy during multiple quests and especially in PvP. Now, he does come with the basic 25,000 general strength in there, so he is at minimum 25,000 with chips. He's got an AoE multiplier, single target multiplier of 58.90, and with this month's booster, the Roxas booster you guys see, he gets that extra 200% there. He's at an 89.90, so he's definitely a medal that's going to be doing so much damage during this month. Out of this month, he's the 2nd strongest medal we've got when it comes to reverse. I'm going to show you guys right over here on cookstracker.com. Right here, Marluxia has that RNG to have the multiplier of 73, if not 47, whereas Xigbar is just straight up 58.90, the 2nd best reverse speed medal in the game, and arguably having steady damage is better than RNG, unless you can reset the quest a whole bunch of times because it's only 1 enemy. So 58.90 with the booster going to 89, really, really good medal. Out of the booster, 58.90, 2nd best in the game. And like I said before, with the buffs he has and the supernova activation, it is pretty cool. This medal altogether, because if you guys remember the older medal, Xigbar B over here, I'm going to show you him. If you guys were playing back then, he used to take care of all the quests for us. Because you just don't need a speed medal, a reverse, speed medal, power medal, or magic medal, because he does all 3 of them. So it's a really good medal. It's a really, really good medal. The issue is his color. His color is green and it is reverse. It's not an upright. So it sucks because in this game, let me show you the example here. Reverse speed. Here's the Lady Luck sitting on a 2.600 multiplier at level 35. Now we go to the Divine Rose, 3.00. That's respectable. But the rest of the Keyblade, 2.9, these 2 slots are great. But over here, 2.1, 2.1. So that kind of lacks there, but he's got a 3.0, and we have a lot of good upright magic medals to fit over here. It's just you got to have another medal over there for another reverse speed. So that's another speed Keyblade. Here's another one, but at level 35, 2.40 multiplier. Then we go to the Stroke of Midnight, 2.7. Stroke of Midnight's a very powerful Keyblade, so I would recommend using this Keyblade out of all of them if you're going to use Xigbar, because there's a lot of good reverse power medals, upright magic medal, and reverse speed himself or Marluxia or whatever, but that's where he would fit. Obviously, he can fit on the pet slot on any Keyblade, but again, if you have something there already, that's like the highest Keyblade sub slot you guys have, so you usually want your most powerful medal there, like the new Roxas. So that's another reverse speed slot that's going on. Missing Ache, obviously 3.20 is going to kill it no matter what, but you got to work with all reverse speed medals. So if you have a bunch of reverse speed medals, the Keyblade works for sure. It's just a little bit harder to upgrade because of the gems we need for that. Now, the reason I want you guys to keep in mind 3.20 and 3.0, like if you look at Divine Rose, 3.0, really good multiplier for Xigbar, then 2.9, really good for upright magic, but then you have two 2.10s. Where you come to my main Keyblade, which is the Fairy Stars, or you have the Starlight, even the Starlight's a little iffy, 2.5, 6, 7, and 8. When you look at the Fairy Stars, 3.0, 2.9, 2.8, 2.7. And you've guys seen the new Coliseum and you've seen certain quests. The more damage all your medals do, the easier it is to get past all the content. So reverse speed is not on this Keyblade or Keyblade that has multiple good slots except for the Stroke of Midnight, which is still pretty good. 2.9, 2.7, 2.7, and then 2.4. But when you add it all up, you have higher multipliers at level 35 base just with this Keyblade alone. Nothing goes to 2.5 or 2.6 like the Stroke of Midnight does, 2.4. So there's that issue right there, guys. It's just that little bit. Only one Keyblade slot here is 2.7. So really good medal. Just got to use different Keyblades for it. If those Keyblades work for you, great. But if you always want that maximum amount of powers, not so great. Reverse speed has always been weird. And that's why I'm really looking forward to that new Keyblade, which doesn't matter if it's upright or if it's reverse, it fits on that Keyblade regardless. So I'm really looking forward to it when that Keyblade gets fully upgraded and it's finally in global. But for now, it's kind of iffy when we pull for reverse speed medals. Hence why we got ourselves that new, what do you call it? 5 mercy pull for everybody. So it's really good. It's a really good medal. I'm not putting the medal down. I'm just putting the Keyblades that he works with, except for the Stroke of Midnight. But again, I like to use the best of the best. If I have it, I'm going to use it, which is the Fairy Stars. But if your medals work on the Stroke of Midnight, he works on the Stroke of Midnight. If he works on Divine Rose, use Divine Rose. It's all up to what you guys want to do. But for maximum power, I usually stay away from reverse speed medals, and it's done me good this whole time. But I do like his whole general strength up and defense down. So I do say he's a pull for that unique supernova and ignoring enemies' attributes. So worth that little bit of a pull there? Probably. It's not a falling, it is a falling price deal, so it's going to cost you a little over 11,000, which is pretty good. And having a 5 mercy, the draw odds for him are usually garbage, like every other medal in there. So don't get your hopes up, but you might get it early if you're lucky. Xigbar 0.14985 with the booster, not even 1%. So keep that in mind, guys, as you're doing this poll. It's reverse speed. If that works with your Keyblade setup, then great, go ahead. But it's one of those banners where I'd rather just go for the supernova deal over here, because I've seen lots of people get crazy stuff out of it, and it's a 3 mercy, and it's also a falling price deal. So it's all up to you guys what you guys want to do from that point on. But the next part of the notice is I don't know, man. I don't know what they're thinking when it comes to this. We barely have jewels to buy avatar boards for our skills, like attack boost maxes, defense boost, and second chances, where this is 3,000 jewels for a temporary boost. Now, don't get me wrong, I've talked about this before, like the whole booster for the month makes these medals really good, but it's only for the month. But in all reality, most of these medals only last a month. So having a booster for a month is like pulling for a medal that only lasts a month. It's not that bad. I've been using my Record Keeper, Sephiroth, and Lightning for a very long time. Birth by Sleep medals, I still use them. The TVA medal, I still use it. So it's kind of like a little joke, exaggeration. But come on, really? 3,000 jewels for a temporary booster? Like, I know that it's going to make a difference, but not 3,000 jewels. Not even that. Like, just put it back in rewards, like our quest. Like, I don't understand. They took away jewels from our quest. Now boosters were in quest. Now boosters are no longer in quest. I'm not going to say no longer because we're going to get more. They're probably not going to do this just for this avatar board, but this is probably just an extra kick. But realistically, jewels were in quest and boosters were in quest. Now jewels are no longer in quest. Are they going to take away boosters from quest and make us pay for it? So less jewels, less freebies, pay for our freebies that we used to give to you for free. I don't know, man. It just seems like a very shady move to do. It just doesn't seem right. We don't have enough jewels to do for the mercy pulls or just pulls in general or buy avatar boards. And now you want a whole 3,000 jewels for this. I wouldn't mind as long as the quests were giving out jewels the whole time, like 100 jewels for every quest you completed. Hey, that's great. Or 50 for each one, whatever. If it's really hard, good 500. You know what I mean? That adds up pretty nicely, and then we could buy stuff like this. But where it stands, that's just greed. That is just greed when it comes to that, man. Because this is going to hurt 2 sections of the game if they don't try to like use this in order to beat new quests. But 2 sections of the games, which is pretty popular for a lot of people, important, and why most people are still playing. Coliseum, to check out your strength, your ranking, if you're beating all your friends, and you get free skills at the end, and gems sometimes, and meow wows. Then you have PvP Coliseum, which is obviously player versus player. That's going to hurt big time. Anyone who doesn't purchase these boards, they're going to get that little bit of an edge. Like 30% guilt increase is not 30% more damage, but it is 30% increase to each medal, which does make a difference, especially when it's so close in PvP. Anybody who doesn't spend the 9,000 jewels on this in PvP can't keep their top ranking. Now, I know it's not an issue for anyone that puts money in the game because they're going to do it because they have the money to do it. But anyone else that doesn't have the money to do it or only buys VIP, so on, or people who just free, that whole list is just out of the question because you don't want to be spending 9,000 jewels a month just on this avatar board. Me personally, never going to buy it. I don't care if I'm stuck in a quest. That quest is not going to give me 3,000 jewels. So why would I spend 3,000 jewels just for one type of my medals to complete a quest? Or 9,000 jewels to get my whole Keyblade to do damage. It makes no sense. The value you get back for completing a quest does not equal these avatar boards. So what is the point of putting that behind an avatar board? There is no point. It's just to piss off people. Like what? I'm going to spend 9,000 jewels so I can get a power gem? How about I just go buy the avatar boards for 2,500 a piece? Or sorry, 3,500 a piece. Look, I got 20 gems, 20 gems, 20 gems. Why would I spend 3,000 for a temporary booster just to win gems when I can spend the same amount for 20? It makes no sense. Their rewards for their quests does not equal what we have to pay for it. Like, here's free farmable event, cool. Chasm challenges, it's always there. Even so, the rewards aren't there. You're making me pay for 1 chip and a Huey and 1 gem when I don't need to buy medals because I can just go buy avatar boards full of gems. There's no point rewarding us with gems when your gems cost less than pulling for the proper boost and medals for the gem in the quest. Makes no sense at all. The quality of content is not there. The rewards in the content is not there to justify me paying 3,000 jewels for a temporary booster. All right? It's just a no. It's just a big no. It's just a big no. There is more notices, but I don't know if it's that important to go through. That's just my little opinion on it, my little 2 cents. It doesn't mean it's right. It's just how I feel and how I look at it. When you look at the whole game and you back up, I can buy an avatar board for the skill I try to beat in PvP. Hey, I want attack boost 9 max or 8 max or something. Let me just buy those avatar boards when they come out. You know what I mean? There's none right now, but I don't need to compete in Coliseum just to get 1 or 2 skills when I can spend 2,000, 2,500, 1,500 for an avatar board that gives me the same exact skill. There's just no reward for the amount of jewels we spend in pulls and for these boosters. So that's all. That's all. That's just how I see it. Let me know how you see it down below. I know everyone has their different opinions, and that's how the game is. A lot of people get to see it differently, and that's really good. Everyone has a different way of looking at it. For me, this is how I look at it. I want to know how you guys look at it. The rest of it, deluxe ranking, there's gems in there. If you make top rankings for your party, you do get the little cute avatar symbol over there on your arm, which is pretty cool. So coordinate with your party if you like Lux ranking. I kind of okay with it now that I have the proper medals, and it's a little bit faster, but now that I made level 400, I really don't want to Lux farm any further than that, because just to get to 400 took me forever. And also, The illustrated Ventus, I talked about this before. He's upgradable. He was upgradable a couple days ago, or maybe more than that. Now he's in VIP, just like Aqua. Ventus, if you get him, he is a Supernova Plus already, and you get traits, so you don't have to do the whole combination. But if you have them in your inventory, obviously you have to combine them and use Meow Wows. This is just a free way to get a fully upgraded medal, and he's exactly the same as Aqua, just he does speed buffs and debuffs, and he's speed attribute. He does the ignore enemies target, or sorry, defense. He's got the booster, 79.75 multiplier for the month. So any of these medals with these boosters this month are going to dominate. After this, they're going to go back to average. He does got a strength of 23,000, not 25, but still really, really good. With 5 traits, you might get a couple more plus 1,000, and boom, you got a very powerful medal for the rest of the month. So that is pretty much it what's going on. Until content comes in, I don't really see the point of doing anything. Like, even if you like PvP, this kind of just ruined it, and I wouldn't spend the 9,000 jewels just to stay in the top rank in PvP, when even, I'm gonna talk about it again, the rewards for PvP are just not really there. Like, I know Meows are important, don't get me wrong, Meows are very important. If you're not doing PvP and you're not doing Coliseum, how are you gonna get your Meows? Makes a lot of sense, trust me, I know. But to go out and try to dish out those rewards for RNG tickets for 9,000 jewels, RNG tickets that might not give you any tier 9 Meow Wows, it's a big kick in the butt if you don't get it, and it doesn't feel good. So I usually don't put a lot of effort into it. I am in place 1,259. My Keyblade setup looks like this. I just recently got the Monster. It has no traits, so I know I'm gonna say, oh, you got Monster. I was making the same ranking before Monster. I'm just testing him out now, and it seems a little bit uneven. Like, sometimes he procs, sometimes he doesn't proc. When he doesn't proc, I end up losing. When he procs, I might win. It seems to be, for me personally, if I had like a really strong medal there, like my TVA medal, it would do more damage consistently. But when he does go off, he goes off. But rank 1,259, not trying too hard, guys. Just making normal setups with the medals I have, not chasing for PvP, just letting it come naturally. So that's pretty much it, guys. Xigbar, 5 Mercy, good medal. Weird attributes with reverse speed. When it comes to those avatar boards with the the boosters in it, it's a no for me. It's a no for me, guys. Let me know what you think down below. For me, I can just do my dailies, log off, and I'm good from there, guys. I'm still waiting for that good content to come back. The cool different high score challenges with free medals, maybe back to the way we got all those gems out of it, maybe both of them. I would really want to see both high score challenges, one every month, so that means 2 high score challenges a month. Back to organization events. I want to see those to come back, and something new. These quests that they have here for a title and 1 gem, just not really appealing. The challenges there, it was kind of cool, but at the same time, the rewards weren't like, oh, if you beat this, you're going to be very happy with it. No, I got a gem for it. Let me know what you think down below. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.